Alright, so I'm going to do a video today kind of mounting this deer that I've done the alterations on. But really what I've done is I went ahead and I preset my ears and stuff. Uh, I went ahead and just sculpted my ears. They're in the freezer, so here shortly when I get ready to stick them in the cape, I'll grab them out. And then the only other thing I've done is put a nose. I went to try to mount this deer the other day, and I decided I'm starting to like just putting artificial noses in them better. I feel like you get a better nose. Number one. Number two is to me it's faster. I don't have to fool with dremeling out. This is, looks like a deer. It's not, fake looking, but I don't like to spend the time to sit there and sculpt and do all that stuff. I'd rather just put the nose in, but you do you, just however you want to do it. But let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. Since this deer is going to have such a harsh angle and everything on him, and where I'm going to put him in the house, I kind of want him focusing instead of straight on, I want him kind of focusing towards y'all. So I'm going to go inside this eye orbit instead of this eye actually being just standard, like he's looking straight ahead, he's going to be kind of focusing more towards y'all's way. So that eye is going to kind of rotate in. You're going to get a little bit more of this wide in the top corner showing versus where you would in the back or the very front. And I may go ahead to I did some filming earlier, so if you see some filming where I'm not talking, y'all bear with me. I'm focusing, and if you've done this, you kind of get in a rhythm and just forget to talk about a lot. And if you're new to this, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember that some of y'all haven't done none of this, and y'all are here to learn. It doesn't do very good for me to do this and not talk, and some of you may do pretty good. Some of you, like me, in other words, I really don't listen to the whole talking aspect. I kind of learn visually, I guess you could say, but I'm gonna try to help everybody out the best I can. So any recommendations, y'all leave them down in the comment, and I'm gonna do my best to try to look at every comment. Hopefully try to comment to all of them. I know now I'm kind of getting a lot of comments here lately on the YouTube channel and on Facebook and all my other social media. So it's starting to get a lot of comments, and it's hard for me to keep up with them all, but I'm trying my best. Grab this other knife. I really need me a bit to go on my drill to do this. I know eventually I will, but I'm just kind of working with what I have. I know there'll be somebody tell me, oh, they make a bit for this. Well, they may do it, but I ain't got one right now. So all I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and put this eye right here together. kind of started earlier and y'all couldn't even see, so. But what I was trying to say is, if this deer's head's tilted, so I want the pupil to stay level. Both pupils will be level to the ground. No matter what this deer does, their pupil is always level. But this deer is going to be looking hard to its right, which should be probably the left in y'all's camera view, but he's going to be looking hard this way. So we're all right. So when you're laying eyes, you want to get everything as close to in position before you do anything. It's no different than tucking. You put everything in place. I'm gonna go ahead and stick my ears in. Alright, so the first thing I do, I'm gonna take a pin and I leave a little bit of that croncula skin right in the corner of my eyes. I'm gonna stick a pin in it and it goes dead center. Right in the corner of that eye. I'm gonna mash it down. Now I'm going to tuck my tear duct. I like to go ahead and get it in place. I feel like if I get them in place, them two spots right there have to go there. So if I can get them spots right, then the rest of my eye is going to go together a lot better. Now take me a little wooden tool. This is what I like to use, this was a paintbrush at one time and I just cut it off and made me a little sharp point on it, but all I'm going to do is place it. Remember, we have no glue on there, just the epoxy. That's all that's going to hold this. That's all it needs. That epoxy is really sticky. And as you can see, you can see the original line that we're going to put our crease in for our eyebrow. And I like to do that with a pen. We're going to come around on the other side. Take my little piece of skin I got there in the croncula. Eyes look a little funky right now because they have a plastic coating on them, so you can't really tell much of what they look like right now just because of that plastic coating. you got to make sure that you come through and try to get all these air pockets out. What I like to do is I got this little modeling tool. I'll come through, I'll poke a couple holes right in the armpit. Then I'll try to work all my air straight down to that. All right, guys. I think it looks pretty good. Something different. I wish I would have had some banded eyes. I think I could have got a lot better. I just didn't have the white band in them like I needed to get that look, but I think he turned out pretty good. We'll give him a week or two and let him dry. Fix his lip right here. But I think we'll give him a week or two to dry. I'll keep an eye on him next couple days and I can get him finished up and put him on the wall.